Well, Kaspa slipped to number 51 on CoinMarketCap, but in today's video we're going to be taking a look at Lit Nomad. He's talking about the price of Bitcoin and options. So right here you're talking about the strike price volatility of just the S&P 500, which according to him has kind of like a little smirk, kind of like a Nike sign. So that means there's more volatility to the downside. And then on commodities like oil, for instance, the fear is to the upside price, because if all of a sudden the price of oil goes up high, that's what the market fears more. When you look at Bitcoin, there's a lot of fear in the market to the upside and downside. They're worried about the price melting down, worried about the price melting up. Just kind of went through the IBIT calls, and right here the puts, mostly just the calls, just to see the volatility there. I've never traded options, so if you know more about options, let me know. But I could see that there was a lot of volatility to the upside. Then now this is just VTI, the Vanguard Total Index, less volatility, has a little bit more of that smirk he was talking about. I just kind of took a quick peek at myself, not sure exactly what I'm looking at. But his main thesis was we don't really know the price up or down. And right now you got Trump warning of bombing Iran if there's not a nuclear deal met. So that's going to leave some uncertainty in the market. At least in crypto, the prices aren't crashing today, but maybe tomorrow that will be different when the markets open. You have Trump threatening tariffs on Russia oil over Ukraine about not being able to come to the agreement. So there's just, with the tariffs, with the wars, potentially something with Iran, which obviously Trump's not trying to negotiate something on the nuclear deal, but markets don't like those type of activities. And it's Sunday. Michael Saylor posted this. There's always an announcement of MicroStrategy buying more Bitcoin. Now, they might have bought it this week, but they make that announcement on Monday. Who knows how much they'll have. But going back, I left a link to Lit Nomad's video, but basically talking about how we don't really know the price, and the options data is the best data according to him. Don't know enough, so to me it sounds like he knows what he's talking about, but when you don't have knowledge, that can happen. But I left a link in his video. There's the big money that is, can push the price up and down, and options data is the best. Now, this is just showing how patient people have to be. And with Warren Buffett, it's a good example of if he would have started investing later in his 30s and retired at 65, he wouldn't have the net worth. It just shows how compounding interest and longevity in an investing career is big. So biggest thing with crypto is, I guess my thesis is, we don't know the exact price. There could be some negative world events, and crypto might not have the bull cycle everyone thinks. Maybe it melts to the upside, everything goes up. We don't truly know. Kaspa is nothing different. It's got cool technology, and gonna get a lot. It's fast now, it's gonna get faster. There's people working on smart contracts, but we don't know what the overall macroeconomic event. And the biggest thing investing is staying in the game as long as you can, and then once you build wealth, is try to protect your wealth once you have wealth built. So hopefully, Kaspa, among maybe you're holding other things in your portfolio, does that. But, people saying that Bitcoin is going to $1 million or it's going down to zero and this and that, most of us don't know. There's a few big players that are putting money in that have a better idea. But it's interesting to look at some of this guy's ideas about the options data, and showing, seeing where the market's really afraid of volatility to the downside and upside of the Bitcoin, and it can melt up or down, and there's a lot of factors that we can't control, and we're just kind of sitting here and being patient. And you can see what that's done. And Warren Buffett's a good investor, but his longevity is his best asset. So thanks for watching, and have a good day.